Right, good morning. Just had a nationwide HPI figure out to the UK again, showing house prices falling back, and we're seeing a small reduction this time, just around -1%. And we are this afternoon or today experiencing a few news releases that could be of interest to us. Starting next off with Swiss retail sales year on year. Again, expected to be a good figure, so hopefully will be the figure that can drive the Swiss down towards our order level, down at the 1.0050 level, and that figure is expected out at 2.3% compared to a previous year of 1%. So that would be a good figure for the Swiss franc, and should be able to give us a little bit of strength to push us down towards those levels that we want to see. Following on from that, we have this afternoon, I know this is in European time, so I'm sorry for that, but we have at 12:45 the European minimum bid rate. Obviously looking at that, don't think there's going to be much change. I think we're going to stick on 1%. I don't think there's any reason for them to change it at the moment. Following on at 1:30 UK time, ECB press conference. We know what happens then if Trichet gets up and speaks. He can move the market when he lifts his little finger, so we have to be careful with that. At the same time, we will have unemployment claims from the US, so we have to also be aware at that time. Unemployment claims, we are using this as a tester for what's going to come out tomorrow. Obviously tomorrow being non-farm Friday, there could be every possibility that this could be the leader to tell us the true direction of the non-farm figure. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, and it could be a very good opportunity to get into some positions before tomorrow. Following on, 3 o'clock, pending home sales month on month, and Bernanke speaking. Yeah, I mean, those two specifically I don't really want to get caught up in. But if I'm already in a position, it'll just be a case of getting stops to break even on short-term positions and walking away. Right, from there to potential opportunities. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's start with, in fact we have to start with dollar Swiss, we always do. Right, dollar Swiss, we have got our order on now, down at this 1.0050 level. As I said in my post, please, if you are going to trade this, it is on the December's contracts that I have done it. Okay, so we are, for me, I am trading the December contract, so this is something that I could potentially end up holding for a couple of months. The reason I put it on the December contract, I don't have to pay any rollovers then, and I can just maintain that trade right up until the 10th of December if I felt that was what I needed to do. Okay, so as it stands, coming down towards this level, I'm looking for my 1.0050 to be hit today. That's why the order's been put on. 180 point stop loss, 1% risk. It's the first feeder trade, or feeler trade, however you want to see it, and then from here over the next couple of weeks I'll be looking at short-term entries, building 1% positions to build back up to the upside. Now we are going to have to be a little bit patient. Those second and third, fourth, fifth entries will not come probably for a week and a half or so, because I will always wait to see a double bottom and support coming in, and then we'll start adding. So for now it'll just be the one trade, and that is the feeler trade at 1.0050, and stop at 98.70. 98.70. As I explained yesterday afternoon, if that doesn't turn out to be the correct one, I will continue to look for the same position, but just at better levels if I can. Okay. So as we stand, that order's now in the market. I don't want to discuss dollar Swiss because I don't want to get too wrapped up in the short term. I have a longer term view. I'm going to stick with the longer term view for now. Right, Aussie dollar. Made another cracking run yesterday after breaking through the highs yesterday morning, and did, well, we did 100 points pretty much bang on. However, this morning I consider her overbought, and like the other pairs, I want to see some pullbacks before any buying opportunities come in. The natural sort of support and resistance level for me at this moment in time is looking to be at around this 990 level, and if she pulls back down towards there, so 60 odd points, then I'd be interested in possible long plays. I'm afraid though, as things stand, it looks like this previous high from the 17th of August may well hold first thing, and we may see just a little bit of support coming in off here. With the trend, that would suggest obviously a move higher, but for me, stochastics are too high, and I'm not going to try and go long at this level. Have to leave her as she is, and I will let her go and see if she can retain or come back down towards this 90 level, hit the 4 hourly 20, have a stop below the monthly pivot and get long from there. Okay, if I can. As it stands, doesn't look likely, so I'll just leave it. Dollar CAD. I want to start on a daily chart. Interestingly, dollar CAD did break out of a longer term range recently, and this may well just be the build of a consolidation level between 105 and 106.70 before a potential break to the upside. And for that reason, this morning, sorry, I should do a bit more on that. And looking at this, you can see obviously below us we've got support from monthly pivot, weekly pivot, daily pivot, all still in the correct order, all pointing to the upside, all in the correct order. Daily 20 for the first time in a while through our daily 50, weekly 20 through our weekly 50. Everything here is pointing to further moves to the north. And now that she's come back down to that daily 20, and you can see a very good reaction indeed off there, I'm dropping her down to this hourly chart, and I am looking for, and it doesn't quite show, it does actually, it does show, I am looking for a bounce back this morning, a move to the south from 105.55 down to 104.70. Once we get down towards this level, I'm looking for further support coming in on dollar CAD, and I'll be looking to buy some on the way back up. Okay, and it may well end up being the sort of thing that hopefully if she does break to the upside, we can look to hold on for a bit longer. So I will be looking for buy opportunities, and I'll mark this on so that if I forget, I'm looking for buy opportunities off this monthly pivot, daily 20, if she starts making that move back down to the south. Okay, it's in a little channel, as you can probably see. I could probably take off this one there, but we are in a little channel, easily identifiable. We just mark on the lows, make it bold. Okay, you can see stuck between 104.75 and 106.75, so 200 point range. She comes back down to this level, starting to look for buy opportunities again. Right, so those are those two. So on to the majors. As I said with cable first thing this morning, I wanted to see that little southbound action. We've got that. Natural support for me, and I'm only going to do a very brief explanation on cable because I'm leaving her to Mike. She's Mike's beast. Natural support for me comes in down at this level on 153.87, and in fact we've just had an attempt to hit that. Stocks are low. The market's oversold after that early news. If the stock markets are going to continue to rally like they did yesterday, I'm expecting to see cable making another move back up towards 155. I don't expect a break of 155, but 155 to the upside could well be a very good level to look to target if you do get into a long position. As you can see, the hope would be this morning that that 153.87 level holds, low stochastic, decent support, and some dollar selling coming in across the board would be nice to see. So there's my view on cable. Not going to do too much on that. We'll leave her to Mike, and I will head over to euro dollar. Where do I start? Right, let's get rid of that one there. Okay, we have two critical support levels below us, and I'm just going to remove this rectangle I had drawn in if my computer hadn't just crashed.